Welcome to corrective exercise number 14. This is our first video example of the exercises instead of written format, so I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any comments or questions, please let us know. With me today I have Jeff Groh. Jeff is a very experienced professional. He's done a lot of education for EFI. He's with Authentic Motion, and Authentic Motion is one of the partners we have here at Function First that are offering their services to our clientele here in San Diego. So Jeff is a great professional, and we're very lucky to have him here working with us. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do the supine hip rotation. So this is corrective exercise that can also be found in the pain-free program book, and we're going to have Jeff start lying supine on his back. And we use one of our therapy pillows here, and it's a little 6 by 8 inch pillow, and Jeff's going to hold it between his knees. The reason why we have Jeff hold this between his knees is because it maintains some consistency through the hip joints, so that the motion that we're having occur with the client is happening where we want it to, versus the knees sliding. You'll see that Jeff's at 90 degrees right here at both the hips and the knees, and this is important, that there'll be a tendency for the clients to drop their heels down, which shortens the lever and also ends up taking some of the stress off the abdominal muscles for stabilization here, which are countering the tension on the hip flexors on the lower back. Jeff's also got his arms out, shoulder level, and palms down. This is really important because as the palms are down, what we're doing is we're looking to anchor the upper portion of the body to the floor so that the motion is occurring below. So the primary focus of this exercise is not an abdominal exercise. The primary focus of this exercise is for rotation through the mid-thoracic spine. So we'll start with a little bit of the motion first so Jeff can get going and he's not just holding his legs there for me. And you'll see that we're going to start off with little oscillations. Now as he's doing this, and we keep the knees consistent as we mentioned with the pillow and the 90-degree angle here, the movement is occurring through the mid-thoracic as long as Jeff is keeping his upper body fixed to the floor. So yes, the abdominals are working because he's got to eccentrically load as he goes to the side and slow those knees down, and then at the same time he's got to concentrically contract to bring the knees back over, and then when gravity takes over on the other side, we have a reversal of the process. But as we move through the rotation of the T-spine, this is a great way to start to introduce a little bit of extension to the thoracic spine as well, because we're getting a little coupling motion of extension with the rotation at the same time. Now interestingly, there's also some great scapular motion that's happening here as well, because as Jeff's thoracic spine rotates and the arm stays fixed, the thoracic spine starts to move on the fixed scapula in the frontal plane versus the scapula moving on the fixed thoracic spine, which is typically what we see with upper extremity movements. So what we're going to do is we're going to let Jeff put his feet down and take a little rest, and we're going to reposition him so his feet are orientated a little bit more towards the camera. And he'll still be on his back. Slide the mat around real quick. And we'll let you get another view of what's happening here. Now, we don't want to use a medicine ball for this. The medicine ball, from a corrective standpoint, is just going to be a little bit too much resistance that he's going to have to work with. And we're going to use something light. Again, the purpose of the pillow here is to keep the consistency of the hip placement relative to the pelvis so that as a unit, the femurs and the pelvis are moving together and the motion is occurring at the thoracic spine. The length of the lever does make a difference with the knees, so we occasionally will modify this or regress it by having clients put their feet on the floor. And of course, we're just going to have them tip slightly and the feet rock off the floor, as you can see what Jeff's doing right here. Another application of this exercise also is occasionally, if you are a manual therapist or you're somebody that frequently uses your hands with your clients, we would have them extend their legs straight up. And what we would do is still keep them fixed to the floor with their upper body, but we could lengthen the lever here a little bit with the legs. And this will change the axis of rotation into the thoracic spine a little bit more also. So this is another way, another application of the same exercise. So you can put your feet back down. So the supine hip rotations, just like any of our corrective exercises, are really geared to initially prepare the body for more advanced movement so that we can ascend our program. If we're doing it on the floor and the upper body is supported from the floor, we get some decrease in proprioceptive feedback, which is to our benefit at this point so that we can get the mobilization and the changes that we want through the thoracic spine. We also leave the client in a position where they feel comfortable and in control. We start to cue the body to do the things that we want it to do, particularly in this case with the thoracic spine and the shoulder girdle. We get the abdominals involved at a low level here, and now we can prepare the body for more advanced movements where we're either vertically loaded, where we're introducing resistance, and of course where we've got to control gravitational forces and accelerations and decelerations. So we look forward to your feedback. We hope you enjoy corrective exercise number 14 and put it to good use. Thanks.